feels like rendezvous. You know what to do. Keep your love for me only. I get high on you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another get ready with me, kind of like a chit chat get ready with me. I got some new products from like the makeup store outlet, so I wanted to try them with you guys. I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin. My skin is just like breaking out, but I've also been like using so much sunscreen and just like, I don't know, it's just breaking out. Well, I was prescribed Differin gel, which is kind of like an anti-acne or like acne type of gel. They actually sell Differin gel at Target, but I needed like a higher dosage. And I was prescribed that probably, it's about like 18 months ago by now. So like my prescription just wore out. I just used the last tube. And like I can go back to the dermatologist and get more, but I feel like, do I want to be on that for the rest of my life? Like, do I want to keep using like an acne gel for the rest of my life, or should I try to find like products, I don't know, like products I can find at Target or, you know, the drugstore or something that can kind of do the same thing. I mean, my skin's not anywhere near as bad as it was. So like a year and a half ago, my skin was really breaking out. Like I was having like bad breakouts like here. I still have some of the scars, and just like little bumps, but I was having like really bad breakouts here. You guys can see that pimple right there. My whole forehead was covered in pimples, like little ones like under the skin and stuff. I have one right there, and that's about it. Well, and I had one right there, but a year and a half ago, like I had pretty severe acne. Like, I mean, it wasn't severe, it was like moderate to severe acne, enough for him to put me on an antibiotic and the Differin gel. So like he cut me off the antibiotic after a little while because like my skin was responding pretty well, and then I just had been using the Differin for like 18 months now. I was using, I think it was 0.3, and I think they sell in Target it's like 0.1. By the way, I'm just priming my face with the Pores No More Luminizer Primer, but they sell 0.1 in Target, so I'm like, should I just try that one? But I was getting, I don't know I don't know what to do, because I know like that kind of stuff, that could be a reason too, like why my skin is so sensitive to the sun, at least on my face. And so like, I mean, I don't know, I want to kind of give my skin like a little breather and see if maybe we can like do it on our own without a prescription. I want to try some of the Ordinary products. I've been hearing a lot of great things about the Ordinary, which is a brand that I had never heard about before, and it's like super affordable. I think they sell it at Sephora or like online, and they just have like really great skincare. I've heard about them quite frequently, so I think I'm gonna place a little order and see if, sorry, my phone's going off Snapchat, see if I can like do this on my own without a prescription, because it's not bad. And right now, like I said, I've been using so much sunscreen, so I can guarantee that's why I'm getting these pimples. These like little, well, it's really just here, and I had like a little one here, because everything here is flat. These are all scars, if you can even see them. So anyways, moving on. Side note, has anyone's allergies been like super bad this year? I've always had allergies, but it never was like severe enough for me to take like a allergy pill or anything like that. And literally this year, and it's so weird because it's like June. You would have thought that when it started turning like spring, like typically when seasonal allergies come out, it'd be bad, but like no, like my allergies have been pretty bad now for a couple days. And I know it's allergies because I don't have a fever. They kind of like come and go. And I just feel like kind of foggy, like my head really hurts. I have a lot of pain like kind of in the congestion area for like a headache here. My eyes just feel kind of like dry. I'm sneezing, my throat keeps hurting like on and off. So like Target or something and pick up like a little allergy pill, because the only thing I have is Benadryl and I will fall asleep. Benadryl knocks me out. But yeah, isn't that weird? Like I feel like if I was gonna have bad allergies, they should have shown up like, I don't know, in April or something, but they're here. And I keep getting like nasally, it's just like the weirdest thing because they come and go. Like it's so weird. And I'm like not used to it. Okay, anyways, back to the makeup. So I went to the luxury beauty store. So on Saturday, me and my family went to Woodbury Commons. It was just me, my brother, and my mom. My brother likes to go there because they have a Ralph Lauren outlet for big and tall men. So he likes to go there. He likes to get his summer clothes. So we all took a trip up there. They already told me from the jump, they were like, we are only parking in the gold section. If you must, you can go to any store in the gold section, but in the gold section, there's only like Adidas, there's like Nike. There were no like good stores that I wanted to go to be honest. There was Gap outlet, but like, I mean, I didn't need anything. But then I saw the luxury beauty store and I was like, well, it's in the gold section. Why not go in? And if you don't know, they have like, I don't know, they have like outlets for makeup as well. And you can get brands that you find in Sephora for really discounted prices. And they're not like expired or anything. They're just basically overstocked. And that's why they're at discounted prices. So I already did like a little haul for my vlog, so I'm not gonna do it again, but I'm debating on which foundation I should try today. I'm like darker than any of the foundations I have right now for myself. So I picked up 2 dark foundations, dark for me. They're both in like the tan shade. I got the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer in the shade Tan. And I got the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup in the shade 4.5. So I don't know which one to try. I've never tried either of these. Actually, when I was buying this, I thought this was the All Nighter foundation, which is this one, and I got them kind of like mixed up. They're both by Urban Decay. But this is what I thought I was buying, and it was not. Like when I opened it out of the package, it's completely different. I've never tried it. So should I try this? Let's see which one matches my skin right now, because I'm really not that dark, but I'm darker than any of my foundations. I'm happy to report that yesterday I went to the pool again and I had my SPF 100 and I was only out there for 2 hours and I applied it like every 45 minutes. So I applied it before I left the house. A half an hour before I left the house, I applied it at like 9:30 yesterday morning, and then I applied it at like 10:30 after I'd only been in the sun for like 15 minutes. I got paranoid, and then I applied it again. I applied it like 3 times in a matter of 2 hours because I was scared. I do not ever want to have that again. So I think I'm gonna try Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Makeup. I don't exactly know, like, does this claim to be a full coverage foundation? It says, it feels like wearing nothing at all, yet Naked Skin transforms complexions. Skin looks natural, illuminated, and bright. Like the beautiful skin you were born with, weightless and virtually invisible. This revolutionary paraben-free formula creates a flawless demi-matte finish. Light diffusing spheres make you look professionally retouched. It's the ultimate in ultra definition. Okay, so based off that, I'm gonna assume this is a light to medium coverage foundation because it doesn't say anything about it being full coverage. The claims are 100% of participants had a measurable improvement in the appearance of skin imperfections, 96% had a measurable improvement in skin radiance, 90% had a measurable improvement in skin firmness, and 93% had a measurable improvement in the appearance of fine lines. So nowhere does that say that this is a full coverage or like the type of coverage foundation that it has. It just says very natural. So again, I'm gonna assume this is a light to medium coverage foundation. It says to shake before applying. And it kind of sounds like, I have like the Dior Air Flash, and it kind of sounds like that, if you can hear it. I'm nervous. I always get like nervous. I'm like, okay. Let's try this. So this looks significantly darker than my skin, but it may match my tan. We'll try. I'm gonna apply it with a beauty blender. So I'm just gonna put it on the back of my beauty blender. Yeah, it seems pretty watery. Okay, so this looks like it's going to match my body. Oh, actually the coverage is not terrible. Definitely light. But sometimes I like a light foundation. Not often, but sometimes. It does look very, very natural though. Yeah, super lightweight. Definitely a lightweight foundation. This side of my face has it, this side doesn't. You can see the coverage difference. You can still see that pimple kind of popping through. The redness is still there, but that is the difference. Super light coverage. I'm gonna apply another layer. Let's see. I'm using like a pump and a half every time I'm putting it on. It's pretty though. This looks pretty. It looks like skin. Always remember to blend down your neck. I think that looks pretty good. It definitely looks natural. Sorry, I have like dry skin on my nose and it makes it look like I have boogers constantly coming out, but I promise it's just dry skin. But it looks pretty good. It looks very natural. It definitely is a demi matte. Has like a little bit of radiance to it, but not much. Again, I put a radiance primer underneath too, so. I'm still getting the redness coming through from this pimple. Shall we try one more layer? All right, I'm doing one more pump. I'm just gonna focus that right here. I can still see freckles coming through. Okay, so it's definitely buildable. Again, I can still see the redness coming through, but it's just that kind of foundation. It's clearly just like a light, natural kind of foundation. However, it looks nice. Like I'm not mad at this. It's kind of nice for like every day. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the rest of my face. I feel like I'm using quite a bit of it though, because every time I'm doing it, I'm doing like a pump and a half, and then I keep going for more because I'm just like a coverage junkie and like I want more coverage. It's not that kind of foundation. It's just like a nice, natural foundation. I really like this though, to be honest. And I typically don't like light coverage foundations like ever, because I'm like, what's the point? Like if I'm gonna spend the time putting foundation on, I want my skin to look flawless. All right, I also picked up a concealer. I've tried this Naked Skin concealer once. I don't remember if I liked it or not. I think it was just like okay. But I've been so hooked on the Tarte Shape Tape and also the Makeup Revolution one that I figured I would buy this. I think this was $11. This looks super light right now. Woo, buddy, this looks literally like paper. This is in the Fair Neutral shade. The only thing I have to say about like a makeup outlet store is sometimes they don't have all the shades. Like they'll just kind of get like whatever they're overstocked with. So there weren't that many shade options. So this may be a little bit too light for me right now. Actually, I can guarantee it's too light, but let's try it anyway. Yeah, this is definitely like 1 to 2 shades too light for me right now. Even though I love a very bright under eye, this is like a little bit too bright, but we will make it work. Also so used to like the big doe foot applicator of like the Tarte Shape Tape, and that Makeup Revolution one has it, that this is like, I'm like dipping back in so many times. I'm gonna put it on my chin, my nose, because I need to kind of make it work. Okay, so if you can see underneath, the foundation's kind of drying down and it is more of like a matte foundation. It still looks really nice though. Very skin-like still. If you're not familiar with the Naked Skin concealer, this is supposed to be a flawless complete coverage concealer, light diffusing, peptide infused. So basically the same claims as like the Naked Skin foundation that we just put on. This is just in the concealer form. The foundation also I feel like is maybe darkening a little bit as it's setting. Still nothing crazy, but I feel like it maybe did oxidize, or maybe not oxidize, but just it dried down a little bit darker than it looked when you're applying it. So it's kind of good that I did highlight these areas. I'm going to be setting this with the Airspun powder as I always do. Def still bright. So I don't think it's as full coverage as like the Tarte Shape Tape is, but it definitely is a good coverage concealer. It dried pretty quickly. Typically like with my Tarte Shape Tape, I like to let it sit on the skin for a little longer, just to kind of get as much opacity as I'm gonna be able to get out of it. Because as long as you, like, I'm sure you guys know, but like when you let the concealer sit for a little while, it just gets more opaque. So I like to let it sit on my under eyes a little bit longer. That's why I blend out my face first. Like any highlight that I'm doing on my face, I blend it out first and then I will do my eyes. Because I like to let it sit for as long as possible. So I'm getting my nails done in like an hour or so. And my nails have lasted so long. It's been a month since I last got them done. Like, they really are lasting so well. And I really think it's because of that like little primer combo that she's been doing on my nails before she applies the acrylic. So if you guys have that problem, because I'm pretty sure it's common that like your nails will lift a lot or you just have a hard time, maybe you can ask your nail tech if she can't, like, tell her what the problem is, and then she may have a solution, like mixing primers. I know that's what my nail tech does. She mixes primers. And I haven't had a problem since. All right, I'm gonna set the rest of my face with powder, although I don't think it needs it because it dried down pretty matte. I'm gonna do a little bit. Yeah, I really like this foundation actually. It looks very natural even after the powder. I just like to powder my skin because it really helps when you're applying like bronzers and contour powders and blushes on top of powder. Like I was having this problem where I was trying to contour without powdering my skin because I had really dry skin for the longest time. Now it's not so dry, but I had super dry skin for the longest time. Right now I have like normal to dry, but before I had like dry. And so I didn't want to like powder my face because like I didn't need it and I didn't want to add extra cake for no reason. And I went to like go contour and bronze and stuff, and it would just look so muddy and like almost like draggy. Like it looked like, not draggy like drag queen, but like it looked like my brush like was leaving like drag marks on my skin. And I think I was watching Nicole Guerrero here on YouTube, and she was saying that if she doesn't powder her face, hers does that too. And it's because your foundation can still be a little bit wet and tacky, and then if you go to put a bronzer and you're doing, you know, your bronzing motion, you're disrupting that foundation, and that's why you're getting those drag marks. So I like to put a little bit of powder just here anyway, and then when I put the bronzer, it's like a smooth transition because it's powder on powder. So hopefully, if any of you guys have that problem, that helps. Guys, I really like this foundation. Like, I know it's not new, but I haven't heard about it, like heard a lot of things about it on YouTube or anything, and I really like it. Like, it looks very pretty. It looks very skin-like. I just put a little chapstick on because my lips are dry. But I'm gonna let that powder sink in for a little while, and I'm gonna work on my eyes. I'm just gonna do a nice like light shimmery eye, I think. I'm gonna use the Blink Electric Eyes palette from BoxyCharm. Mine, I just unclipped it accidentally. So I'm gonna be putting, it's such a pretty palette though. Like, this is so pretty. They're all shimmer on my lid, and then I'm just gonna put some bronzer in my crease. The bronzer that I've been loving lately is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour in the shade Dulce de Leche. It has like the contour bronzer shade and then a highlighting shade. Both of these powders are amazing. I really like this palette, and I believe it was under $5. I know that. This is just a really nice bronze shade, very matte. And then this highlight shade is actually really nice. It's very brightening, and like when I'm done with my makeup, after I put my bronzer, my blush, highlight everything, I will go back and dust a little bit of this just in this section right here to kind of brighten up my eyes. Although tonight we're looking pretty bright, so I don't know if we're gonna need it, but I'm gonna use this in my crease as like a little transition shade. I'm not gonna do much for my eyes. You guys already know I don't live for eyeshadow on myself. Guys, my 25th birthday is coming up so soon. My birthday is July 7th. For anyone who didn't know, I'm a Cancer water sign. That's why I live for the beach. I love the pool. But yeah, my 25th birthday is coming up so soon. And like, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like 25 is so old. I don't know. You guys know when like you're growing up and you have this like plan for your life, and like you put out this like timeline of what you want to have done by the time you're like 20, 21, 25, 30. Like, I had all these timelines. By 24, I wanted to be married By 26, I wanted to be having kids. So life doesn't always go to your timeline. And I'm okay with that. I'm happy with like where we are, what we're doing, but it's just so funny how like when you're younger, you have all these like unrealistic timeline plans and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this by the time I'm this old, we're gonna get this done, and then like life happens and you're like, oh wait, like okay, maybe 25 wasn't, or 24, whatever age it was, like it's okay not to have those things done. So sorry if you hear my dogs, they're like rustling. I don't even know where they are, somewhere back there. Oh, Lola's sitting on him in the corner. You can't see, my chair's in the way. Just like, I don't know, I don't live for eyeshadow, guys, I really don't. Like, but I know I have to wear it because I can't just always just not do an eyeshadow look. And I wanted to use my new BoxyCharm palette and I left it in the freaking car, and Henrik takes a car during the week. Usually, like I'll have it like if I have an appointment or something, but so he's an hour away. So my BoxyCharm is an hour away. But it was like really pretty. I really liked the BoxyCharm this month. Mine had like those 3 brushes that I loved. It had the Bum Bum cream, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of, like a little mini one in there. It was so cute. It had a really pretty palette. It had a pair of lashes. What else was in there? I think a lipstick and a lipstick and an eyeliner were in there. It was a really good box. All right, and then I'm gonna put this middle shade kind of like on the outer third of my eyelid. Oh wow, this one's like really, really metallic-y. Rose goldy kind of. I was not expecting that. There's a lot of fallout. Can you see all the fallout? All right, I'm going to use, I have to dig into my Tartelette 2 palette, or Tartelette in Bloom. I always call it a Tartelette 2. Tartelette in Bloom palette, because I feel like I need a rich brown to kind of tie this all together. Guys, I need some new brushes, like eye brushes. I don't know. I'm just feeling like I need something new. All right, I'm gonna use Sweetheart and Rebel, which are kind of like 2 of my favorite shades of this palette down here, just to kind of tie in some of that rose gold. Oh my God, I just realized I didn't take a before picture. I always do that, like mid makeup, I'm like, oh shit. All right, now I'm gonna take Leader, which is the darker color. Remember when I was like, oh, it's gonna be just like a light shimmer and then a bronzer? Then I always feel like I need to add a little depth. I think that's it. I hate eyeshadow. I'm gonna add a little Charmer, which is basically a white from this palette, into my inner corner. It's very matte, but I don't know. I don't love like a shimmery inner corner because I have hooded eyes. I just don't like the way it looks. I like to use a matte color. I mean, I'm not gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna blend it out, but I like to just do a little. And it just brightens up the eye. You can't really tell like what I did, but it just brightens it up a little. All right, we're done with that. I like to let my eyelash glue get tacky for a long time, so I always put it on the back of this palette, and then I let that sit. I'm gonna do my eyebrows while that is sitting. I change up how I do my eyebrows literally so often. So right now, what I've been doing is using the brow gel first, and this is the Maybelline Brow Drama in Deep Brown. I just put this in the inner corner of my eyebrow, the inner portion at least, to make it kind of like feathery and just like, I don't know, more natural looking. I love to brush the eyebrow hairs up in the corners, inner corner, front portion of the brow. And then I like to use brow powder for just the rest of the brow and kind of just fill that in. Eyebrows are such like a preference thing. Like everybody likes their eyebrows differently. So if you don't like your eyebrows the way I like my eyebrows, that is totally okay. You do what you like. And as I said, like the way I do my eyebrows is always changing. Sometimes I like them to look bushier. Sometimes I like them to look more clean and put together. It just, I don't know, it just depends. It's like a phase. Eyebrows are totally like, my eyebrows go through phases. Sometimes I like pencil, sometimes I like powder, sometimes I like pomades. It's just all so different. Sometimes I like brow gel, sometimes I don't. So I'm gonna set this now with clear brow gel. Now I'm going to bronze my face and then I'll put my lashes on. I just really like to give it that time to get tacky. It makes such a difference when applying lashes. So I'm gonna use that Wet n Wild bronzer and put some life back into my face. This is the Real Techniques blush brush, I believe, but I love it for bronzer. It just has such a great like shape to get in there, but still be precise. You know what I mean? Like it diffuses the product nicely, but it still gives like a precise application. All right, so I'm gonna put lashes on now, but first I'm gonna do some mascara. This is the Tarte mascara. I'm getting my eyelash extensions tomorrow at a new place. The girl actually lives here in this complex that I live at, so I'm excited to try her. She does the Russian volume lashes, so I'm excited. I need some new lashes. I need to order some, but that's the thing. Like I go through like phases of eyelash extensions and then where I'm wearing strip lashes every day. So, but these are some older ones from Coco Lash, I believe. I don't really remember what these are called. They're just like a nice wispier lash. Okay, lashes are on. Lashes always make the world of difference. If you've never tried eyelashes, trust me, try them. They take a little bit of practice, but they literally like elevate your look to a million. They really do. All right, so for blush, I'm thinking I'm gonna use Lovejoy by MAC. It's just this really kind of pretty, I don't know how to even describe this color. It's like a mauvey, berryish, but it all has a lot of gold glitter shimmer in it. I love it. I love MAC blush. Then I like to take just like my old stippling brush. This is literally has nothing on it. That's just like foundation residue. Like that needs to be washed, that's foul. But I like to just kind of like blend everything together. That foundation was so pretty. I really like that. I'm gonna use a little of my nude eyeliner by Lorac. I'm gonna line my lips. So I wanna use one of these new lip oils from YSL. They're not new, but they're new to me. This one's like hot pink though. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's like hot pink, but it's not so pigmented. I don't know. I'll have to, let me try it first before I talk all this shit. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, these feel so good on the lips, and they just give like a little color, and then when they dry, it like stains your lips so pretty. Kind of smells like honey mixed with watermelon. That's what it smells like to me. Oh. Oh my god, they just feel so nourishing because it's oil. So these are the YSL Volupte, I'm not pronouncing that right, Volupte Tint and Oil by YSL. This one is in the shade number 19, Pink Me Now. But they don't have much color pigmentation. Like this is the most pigmented one that I saw. This one and then number 8 was like super pigmented as well. But it just is like a beautiful like gloss with like a tint of color. Like it's so perfect for like a no makeup look. I feel like this would be like perfect for that. Because as soon as the oil kind of sinks into your lips, you're left with just like this beautiful like stain. And I know that because I swatched them on my hand, and then once the oil was gone, like I still had pigment on my hand, and it was so pretty. But I'm debating if, I think I'm gonna put a little liner with it. Outline my lips with the Milani number 3 lip liner, just to give a little bit more like lip definition. Pretty. All right, last thing to do is highlight my face. I'm gonna try this Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. I've tried it once before, but I really had to like dig at it to get the color. It's kind of like a pinky highlight. This is in the shade Peach Lights. It almost has like a iridescence to it. It's pretty though. This is from Ulta, by the way. Very affordable. It's also, well, it's by the same brand that I liked the Makeup Revolution concealer from. The one that was like the Shape Tape. It's from the same brand. So this turned out to be a very like pinky look. Alright guys, so this is how the makeup look turned out. Overall, I really loved that foundation. Definitely will be using that again. It looks just like skin on my face. Skin on my face. Obviously I have skin on my face. It just feels like a second skin kind of. It looks just like very natural. And these lip oils, like the oils already kind of sinking in, and it looks so pretty. It looks like just like a nice like wet gloss. So anyways, I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.